saw that. Are you recording? Don't play.
Oh my god, I'm not.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, you better not be because it only has 2 batteries.
Sorry, I can't do that because I can't find music on your iPad.
What the?
From the App Store.
Okay, so I am recording and I'm so scared.
That's a ghost. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you guys are watching this, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm turning 20, so I went ham at Hobby Lobby. Thanks. My husband just made a disgusting face behind the camera. It's because I'm old now. Okay, so I thought for the beginning of this video, I'd start with the really boring stuff, which is just these canvases. They're more interesting when I put them with what they are for, but I'm not doing that right now. So we have these 5 packs of canvases. They're just like Master's Touch. Okay, so these are 5 by 5, and these, what did you say? Stop laughing. So these are 5 by 5, and these are the 8 by 8, and then I got these little magnetic canvases. They're like shaped like a heart, and I thought they were really cute because they're for a project that we're gonna do later. If you guys want to see that, you'll see in a second what they are. And then the last boring thing I have is just some kneaded erasers because I have been trying to use regular erasers. I know you guys hear that method that I do when I do like Copic tutorials. I like sort of fade the liner, or not the liner, the sketch, but I don't actually like erase it. But lately I've been erasing it because I don't have a kneaded eraser. Okay, so so here's the thing that these are for. So you guys can't see these right now. I'm gonna hold them up individually, but me and my husband are planning to do some acrylic pouring. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Let me know in the comments down below. But we got 2 of these like pre-made kits, sort of. So we got like a metallic one. So we got 2 of these metallic ones, or 2 of these metallic ones. We got 1 metallic one and then 1 that was just a bunch of blues because I like blue. And obviously we got these little cups. And the last thing we got related to acrylic pouring was this Cell Magic. I don't know if we actually need this. I've only seen 3 acrylic pouring videos, and one of them was by Jenna Marbles, so I don't know how credible that is. But we got it just in case because the cells are my favorite part in the whole video. So, okay, so like I said, I got a metallic set and then this teal bluey set or whatever. So I'm just going to bust these open and show you guys all the colors individually if we can figure out how to focus it. So this first set is the metallic one, and both of these sets were $19.99 at my Hobby Lobby. I don't know how much they are anywhere else, but in America at Hobby Lobby they're $19.99 a piece. So there's this silver one, and all of these I believe are pre-mixed like silicone paints. I don't know exactly what's in them just because like I didn't mix them myself obviously, but from what I know about acrylic pouring is there's like silicone mixed with whatever. So here is the, I guess this is copper, I don't know, some people call it rose gold, some people call it copper, but there is that. And then they also sold like this mixing medium, so like if you say, I probably wouldn't do it with an oil paint, but like say you had like a fluorescent pink, like maybe acrylic paint or something, and this is the gold. It's a little lighter. There's another gold in here. This one's more on like a whitey pinky side. I kind of like that. That's cute. But basically they sold that pouring medium, and you could mix that with any paint that you wanted to turn it into like one of these pre-mixed pour paints, and you can use like whatever you want. So there's this one. This one's like the more like classic gold, kind of like, I don't want to say greeny, but like antique-y gold or something. So this one is the, there isn't a white.
We'll just use a normal white.
I can't use a normal white. I didn't buy the pour medium. Well, I don't know. We just won't use white. It's fine.
No,
this is light enough.
It looks so good.
I know. Okay, so I don't know how to use my camera, neither does my husband, but this is the baby blue in that teal kit. So this is the light blue, and since you guys can't read it, this is the Color Pour brand. That's literally what it's called, Color Pour. That's the brand. There were a lot of these pre-mixed ones, and then there's this one. This is like a sort of seafoam green color. It's my favorite color. I have like 60 million Copics that are this color. This is my color. Anyways, so what was I saying? I forgot. I can't. Oh yeah, there's a lot of other colors. There was one that was like a more fall tone set with like some raspberry colors, some brown, more golds. And there was a lot of like embellishment things that he wouldn't let me buy. Mostly this like, it was like an iridescent like glitter thing. It wasn't like glitter, it was like this flecks of paper. Like if you watch Simply Nailogical, shout out to my queen Christine, she calls it unicorn skin. So I really love that stuff. It's really pretty. It's super, super bright, and I wanted to use it so bad, but I couldn't like force myself to buy it. So there was that, and then they had other glitters. There was like a rose gold, some copper, like reds, purples, whatever. Very, very pretty. All lovely, lovely stuff. Okay, so for this next, I guess, piecing of materials we have is, you guys have seen a sneak peek of it on my Instagram. I think I posted 2 of them now, but I'm planning like some sort of like weird surrealist piece. I obviously haven't gotten a lot into any of the weirder details yet, but I'm planning, okay? So I wanted to do this triangle canvas because, like, you know, Illuminati and stuff. But I also wanted to do like really vibrant colors. You guys saw that color study. And so I found this super friggin' hot pink oil paint. And I'm so excited for this. I really hope it's as fluorescent as it is on the tube. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's not that expensive. It was only $5.99 at my Hobby Lobby, which is like good for oil paint considering I was looking at Winsor & Newton and they were $30. So I ain't about that. And then the next one I got was just this ground white, and that is because I'm bad at mixing skin tones. So it's a ground white Master Touch. The other one was Master's Touch 2 oil paint, and I just got this one because, like I said, I'm bad at mixing skin tones, and I thought getting a premixed one would make me not waste as much paint. So there we have that, and that is it for that. So now is the part you were all expecting, and that is I got a whole lot of Copic markers, and I wish I spaced that out better because I don't have any words to say how many markers I have. It's 27. It was supposed to be 30, but when she came and unlocked the case, I sort of panicked a little bit, and so I forgot to grab some of them. But I guess we can get into a little swatcheroony, and I will speed this up for you guys because it will be very, very boring and very, very annoying. So I will move this camera and we will get right back. And then the last thing I'm very excited to get into. So before I talk about the exciting thing, I forgot to mention, I picked up some of these super nibs. They're just like the brush nibs for Copic markers, and they're the #1 selling point for Copics because they are refillable and you can fix these nibs. I know I said the Blick markers have replaceable nibs, but I've never tried to replace one. Also, like I mentioned in that video, I feel like the Blick tips crystallize quite often and they do like really weird stuff. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good thing that, well, it's a good thing that they're replaceable, but also like it doesn't really matter they're replaceable if you have to keep buying replacements over and over and over again. Well, you might as well just get a super good quality marker that you probably won't have to replace the nib that often. If I have to replace one, it's because I broke it or did something horrible. So now, the grand reveal. I don't know if anybody has talked about these. I haven't seen them anywhere, but I found these at my Hobby Lobby. $4.99, okay, less than $5. These Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. So it's supposed to be a 3-in-1 marker, and I can kind of see like it has like the individual breaks of like different markers, but 3-in-1 for $4.99. That's the overall price is less than a Copic marker, and if they blend like a Copic marker for $3.99, I got what was it, $4.99, $10 for 6 markers versus I probably would have gotten $10 for 1 marker. So I'm gonna test these guys out for you on camera. If you guys like how they turn out, if I like how they turn out, let me know if you want to see a video on these. I might go back to the store and buy a couple more colors. I just didn't want to buy a bunch of them if I didn't like them. I'm gonna go and test these out for you. We're gonna bring it right back down, and I will see you guys in a second. Welcome back. So we are on my floor. My husband pointed out that in the packaging there's like instructions for how to blend them, and then backtracking really quick, I want to mention I've heard of Spectrum Noir before. I'm pretty sure they make like regular markers. I don't know if these are a new thing or not. I swear I've never heard anybody do a video on them. But so yeah, basically they come with like instructions sort of. So I'm gonna read those to you real quick. It says, how to achieve a smooth blend. Apply the light color over the whole area, use the dark color to indicate areas of shadow, and use the mid color to slightly overcolor the dark color and blend in. And then it says, reapply the light color, this time slightly overcoloring the mid color for a smooth gradation. So basically, that was a really confusing way of saying blend, pretty much. But this was also something I didn't notice until we got them out of the packaging. I think they were facing like this way when they were inside, but if you turn the marker over, it actually shows you like where all the nibs are, because I was confused how they fit 3 markers into there. But yeah, on the back it tells you there's the light, the mid, and the dark, so I will pop those open. So this is the lightest color, this is the mid, and this is the dark. Oops. And they're all bullet nibs. They're not brush nibs. There's not a chisel nib. They're all just bullet. If you like Ohuhu markers, also, they have the bullet nib. Very, very good. Most like Copic alternatives also, besides the Blick markers, tend to have the bullet nib over the chisel nib. If you're already used to using the bullet nib, these will probably be fine. So I'm going to get straight into testing them. So it said to apply this in a whole rectangle, so I'm going to do that first. And right away I can tell that I really like the pigment in these markers. They're not like super, what's the word? They're not like super, what's the opposite of opaque? Sheer. And I can also tell, I believe these are alcohol based, like I can kind of tell by how they're made. But yeah, I really like them so far. They swatch really nicely. Also, it passes my pet peeve test. You guys know that I hate when colors do not match the cap. But these match the cap pretty good so far. I'm pretty excited about that. So, getting into the dark color, because it does suggest you do the dark one first. So that is, remember, the bottom of the marker, or on the back it will say dark and then some letters that I don't know what they correspond to. I guess they have their own blending groups. So I will get into that. Okay, oh, I made it not a rectangle anymore. Oh, I hate when I do that. Okay, So there is that, and then it tells you to go in with the mid-tone. And that blends very nicely. Oh no. Oh no, I like these a lot. I'm kind of really upset right now because I don't know if y'all have a Hobby Lobby where you live, but it's closed on Sundays. So it's closed on my birthday, that's why I went early, and it's closed tomorrow as of filming this video, and I'll lack these a lot. So as you can see, they blended very, very well. I'm going to go ahead and do one more blend test, how I blend, because usually when I approach alcohol markers is I will go in with the lightest color and then I'll go to the mid and then I'll go to the dark, but they suggest going straight from light, dark, and then blend them both into mid. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Oh, I like these so much. I'm so upset right now. I genuinely grabbed like 6 of these markers and then I put them back because I was like, what if I don't like them? What if I spend all this money on markers and then I hate them? But I don't hate them at all. They're so nice. Oh god. These are so nice. And like, guys, I cannot emphasize, like, these are cheap. $4.99 for this one marker. But it has 3 markers inside of it. Like, that's a pretty valid price, I'd say. And also, I don't know anything about the, like, ink content. I don't know if that has anything to do with how cheap they are. Like, I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of ink in them. Okay. So it doesn't tell you on the packaging, or maybe it does and we just can't read. But I don't know how much ink is in each of these individual tiny little markers. But I still think it's insane that you're getting a, like, Copic quality marker, I would say, 3 for the price of half of 1 Copic. I think that's really, really awesome. So yeah, I would also say, just looking at how my method works, like what I would normally do with Copics, it looks like it's not as blended. So I would go with the method that they recommend at the beginning, which is the light and then the dark and then blending it with the mid and then the light on top, because just going straight how I would light, middle, dark, it does look a little bit patchy. But I love these markers so much. So I'm gonna swatch the pink one because I need more pinks and I really hope that they're nice. So these ones again, I don't know if this matches. Let's see. Oh, The cap is a very pastel pink, but the marker itself is a bright neon pink.
It's like a highlighter.
It is. It's pretty highlighter pink. But I like pink, I guess. It's very highlighter pink, so that is unfortunate. But it's still a very cool color. Honestly, I would say, since they are alcohol marker, I'm assuming... Oh, I did it wrong. I did my normal method. But I would say, probably since they are alcohol-based, that they would mix well with other alcohol markers. So I wouldn't go against saying that they probably would be able to mix with, like, say, like Copic's colorless blender might be able to tone down that color a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely very bright pink. But I still really like it. Like, obviously that's a very smooth blend. It's a very nice color. It's good quality. It's not crap. The nib, let me inspect these nibs a little bit. Yeah, they're very held together well. I don't see any, like, frayed bits. I don't see any weird marks or anything on the top. It just looks like a very good quality. The ink is amazing. Let's look at that. What? There's nothing here. It doesn't bleed through at all. I don't know if it's because I did. Let me see how much I can force a bleed on this. Let's use the pink. So I'm just gonna try to make it bleed through, because I'm honestly shocked. Like, when I use Copics, even, like, they're very juicy, okay? Like, they will bleed through, especially when you're doing a lot of blending. So let's get that dark color up in here and try really hard to blend this out. I'm so, like, obsessed with these guys. What? They're so nice. I should have bought more. I knew it. I knew as soon as I put them out of my cart that I should have put them back in there. Oh my god, this is not the right color. Ooh, that's so cool. Wait, hold on. While we're testing this, where's the dark? this just did something really, really cool. It's like the issue with Copics where you're like, which side is the chisel and which side is the brush nib, but worse because like you just have 3 different colors. Anyways, I just noticed like you can push back the color so easy. Can you see that on camera? It's so crazy. It's like pushing it back so like effortlessly. I really like that. That's like a really cool way to get like a neon. Yeah, that's so cool. I love that. It's like magic. I don't know if you can do that with a Copic. I've never tried, but I noticed because like I think this dark pink is like maybe a little too dark for these colors because it's more on the like desaturated side, and the mid and the light are very saturated, but like it looks so cool because I noticed like when I was blending it and that it was getting pushed back and I was like, what happened if I put that color? Anyways, are you kidding? That's like nothing. Y'all saw me. I'll put more. I'll do more. Let's do it. So I'll just do it in one spot. Okay, that made it bleed through, but you're not gonna do that when you're drawing. You're literally just gonna do this and blend. I'm like, what? Like, I do this all the time with Copics. I'll go over and over and over and over and over, and it will bleed through. But these, like, they don't care. They just won't bleed through unless you push down really, really hard. I love that.
Well, I think that is a very good way to end this video, you guys. So make sure to subscribe, share this video, leave a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you guys thought. And also, I am so sorry if I was super hyper in this video. Obviously, I'm very excited. It's my birthday on Sunday. I'm going into my 20s. It's weird. Also, my husband was here. I don't record in front of him. I'm very much like less shy, I guess, and so I was a lot more active and rambunctious, maybe a little bit too silly, but I thought it would be nice to show you guys, I guess, a little bit of a more chill video when I'm more hyper, kind of like what you guys saw with the 10-minute drawing challenge. But anyway, regardless, I love you guys so much. Like I said, subscribe, leave a comment, like this video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I make videos every single Saturday. And finally, I want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. You can pledge as little as $5 over at patreon.com/SimonAESArts to get a shout out at the end of my Saturday video. So thank you again to Elise Thompson for supporting me on Patreon, and I will see y'all later. Bye.